Minnesota. It's -28 right now, feels like -41. And this is the doorknob on the inside of my house. Completely frozen.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but the sky in Florida right now is so purple. Like the whole sky is just purple, dude.
Let's freaking go, y'all. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, guys. Today, we're gonna take a look at some mysterious TikToks that sent me on a wild ride. If y'all are new here, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button so this video gets recommended to others. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into it, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. I couldn't even imagine like taking a nap in my car and waking up to that. Like, how would you even get out of there?
I mean, there's really no other way to describe it other than surreal, because it's just, I can't imagine my 15 years of storm chasing ever covering a storm to this caliber along the Gulf Coast. I mean, along I-10 and crossing into Pensacola Beach last night, it was near blizzard conditions in Florida of all places. That's just two things that don't seem like they should go hand in hand, but with this particular storm, they certainly did. And that's why we call it a once in generational storm, because it just does not happen. This area got anywhere between 6 to 8 inches of snow. A couple of the bridges do remain closed back over to the mainland, and the main one crossing over the Pensacola Bay still remains closed this morning with no ETA to be open. And I expect the same to be the case along I-10. While the sun is out, though, it's helping to melt a little bit of that snow. However, that doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet, guys. When this melts tonight, when those temperatures fall back, this is all going to refreeze and create a whole lot of problems as the evening goes on. And a lot of times after the storm is when we run into the bigger issues with those car accidents, because people let their guard down, they start venturing out, and then it catches them off guard. I haven't seen a single snowplow. I have not seen really a single effort to be able to clear this off, because it simply just doesn't exist. The main priority with what few plows that they have are going to be for Interstate 10. And before they can get to these areas, they have to make sure that that's cleared and running, because that's a main artery that goes from east to west. So I would expect, you know, unfortunately, these scenes to remain for at least the next day or two before they can start catching up on a lot of these county highways and side roads. And it's very interesting seeing this much snow and not hearing a single snowblower, not seeing a single snow shovel, and not seeing a single snowplow, because they don't need it down here. They don't know what to do in order to clean all this mess up.
This is crazy, guys. What do you think? Climate change or climate collapse? Put it in the comments, guys. What do you think about this one?
Well, it's cold outside. Really cold. It's like -10. Let's see if my tongue sticks. Let's see. Where is he at? There we go. Ah! Ah!
Dummy. Yo, somebody should have told the Jelly Roll doppelganger that when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. But I love the mullet, guys.
Do you think there should be more than 2 genders in America?
Yeah, I don't know what that executive order means. I don't know what the president declared.
It means there are 2 genders, male and female. Do you disagree with that?
How many genders are there, Harry?
Yeah,
come on, little guy. How many genders are there?
Again, these guys don't know what they're talking about, so they won't be able to answer.
How many genders are there?
How
many genders are there, Harry?
How many genders are there? What's the legal? I'm gonna use Joe Biden's answer. At least two. That satisfies.
Well, how many more are there than male, female?
That's a TikTok answer.
There's at least two.
Yeah.
There's at least two.
Well, no, hang on. There's male and female.
Kid is like human brain
Donald
rot.
Trump says there's male and female. There are two.
Okay, Dave.
How many more are there after male and female, Harry?
There's at least two. Now, anyway, let me get back to
what
How many more are there?
What are the other ones?
There's at least two.
What are the other ones?
Harry, let's try it this way. You're a female. What is the other gender?
It's so funny. It's so funny how these conservatives just get time to lie on this show, but when I'm speaking, they all interrupt and there's no problem.
Question.
You've just been asked a very simple question, Harry.
Conversation with Piers, not you, Mr. Como. Relax for me.
Harry,
Take a
you
breather.
simply
Thank
got
you so
asked
much.
if there are at least two genders, how many more are there than male and female?
Piers, you asked me about Donald Trump's executive order. I'm trying to explain how legally it makes absolutely no sense and it's going to get sued in court. Then we go into culture wars with Dave Rubin and this Ferguson guy asking how many genders are there. I'm trying to answer your question. They're screaming their faces off about issues that don't fucking matter.
I'm asking you.
Oh God, this child.
Piers,
I'm asking you, Harry. How many genders are there?
I'm answering your question.
Harry,
Piers, I've answered your question.
Harry, how many genders are there?
Two. There are at least two.
Two or at least two?
Are there 100?
Hang on, Ben. Hang on, Ben. I've got
More
this.
or less than 100?
Can I answer the question?
Yes, Cornell. Answer the question.
Can I answer the question
Yes.
for Brother Harry? Because Brother Harry trying to hold
help
on.
him out, Cornell.
That according to Shakespeare, all of us are androgynous. There are men and there are women. There are different sides of human beings, all made in the image of a God that has a dignity and a sanctity.
I love it. I freaking love it, guys. The USA is back. All right. I can't even begin to explain to you guys the feeling of joy that I felt in my heart while watching this clip for the first time. Chef's kiss.
What you're seeing in this video is a video of government officials in China in the act of cloud seeding, which is when they shoot silver iodide into the atmosphere into clouds, because what it does is it forms ice crystals, which then melt and turn into rain. So they're doing this because they've been suffering from severe droughts all over China, especially along the Yangtze River, which is one of the biggest rivers that flows through China that's been drying up all over the place, which is going to impact, millions and millions and millions of human beings. So in an effort to combat this massive amount of drought that they've been suffering from for a while, they're trying to seed clouds. Now, cloud seeding has been something that's been in place around the world since like the 1940s, but recently China's got one of the biggest cloud seeding programs on the earth. According to China's State Council, the country is committed to bringing about 5.5 million square kilometers of its land under its weather modification program by 2025. And largely one of the biggest processes that they're going to be doing with that is cloud seeding. Now, cloud seeding is referred to as geoengineering, which is basically just saying like manipulating the earth. And currently there's no conventions or formal agreements that say you can't. So some people think this could be used militarily eventually. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, the thing I don't understand is, like, if they can control the weather, why wouldn't they have done this during the California fires? Anyone? Anyone? Anyone?
Bueller.
No, you guys, this is so scary. So I just saw this post about places that you know who can't visit because he's a felon. Not places, but like full countries that he cannot visit because he's a felon. I went to go send this to my husband, and it says sharing is limited to one chat at a time. This is to help limit the spread of potentially harmful content. Oh, so you're telling me that I don't even have control over who I send videos to now? I'm sorry, what did they do when the shutdown happened? This is terrible. Like, this is so scary on so many levels, not to mention all the other things that are being banned right now or shut down or closed. But like, we are 1,000% being censored. At this point, I feel like I don't even feel safe on this app. And so now I'm wondering if there's anywhere to go or if I need to just honestly get off social media for the time being, for the foreseeable future until things change, because this is scary.
Shut up, bitch!
Canada has threatened to cut off power supply to United States of America if Donald Trump issues tariffs starting February 1st. Trump has warned that he is going to issue a 25% tariff on goods from Canada and Mexico starting February 1st. Doug Ford, the premier of Ontario state, said he will begin cutting off power supply to New York, Wisconsin, and Michigan if Trump goes through with this tariff.
We'll go to the full extent, depending how far this goes. We will go to the extent of cutting off their energy, going down to Michigan, going down to New York State and over to Wisconsin. I don't want this to happen, but my number one job is to protect Ontarians and Canadians as a whole. This is coming. It's not if it is, it's coming.
Wow, the pressure is getting worse.
Doug Ford also issued instructions to all grocers to start pulling American liquor off of shelves and American products off of shelves. If this goes through, he said he will be Canada first, local first, and focus on our country. This is just one of the many things that are happening this week. Stay tuned.
That's great. What do you think, guys? Will it even come to this? Personally, I thought it was just like a negotiation tactic. But what do I know, right? Throw it in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think about this one.
That's why we're here.
I mean, aside from this being one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen, I guarantee you she can now hear color with those ears, guys.
Bro, can someone please tell me why this whole entire time I thought that Iraq looked like this?
I bite at the hand that feeds me. Slap.
But bro, tell me why I literally just saw a video of what Iraq actually looks like. Let me just show you.
Welcome to Erbil.
Tell me this is real. Someone, please tell me this is real.
Yeah, definitely an eye-opener for me. I find it absolutely amazing. Maybe it's scary, I don't know. How sheltered we are over here in the States, guys, and how shut off we are from the entire rest of the world.
I saw this Gordon Ramsay post on Instagram and immediately knew something felt off because he's not actually at an airport. And I know that because if he was, it would have to be one of these 3 airports. But none of the mountains in the back of these airports are the same. And well, Gordon, I found you. With these pixels that resembled a fence, these mountains, and this arid landscape, there's only one option. Area 51 with a perfect match. Gordon, you can't hide.
So what are we talking about here, guys? What are you trying to tell me? That while we struggle as a country with high food costs, you have ETs getting gourmet meals cooked for them by 5-star Michelin chefs? What a world, guys.
Meta says a technical problem is to blame for search results being hidden for certain words yesterday. Last night, I searched the word Republican and related content appeared as you'd expect it would. But when I typed in the word Democrat, a message appeared telling me Instagram had hidden these results. The same happened for democracy, Kamala Harris, Obama. Even content for abortion and reproductive rights was hidden. The hidden content issue has since been fixed on Instagram, but questions are now being raised about the power of platforms to control what we see. For more, I'm joined by Josh Taylor, tech reporter for The Guardian. Josh, what do you make of Meta's explanation for this?
I could count more than on the fingers on my hands the amount of times where Meta has been found to be censoring something that it shouldn't be, and then they'll come back and say, oh, it was a technical error and we've restored it. But this is just sort of the latest in a long line of censorship from the platform. It's surprising that it's happening at the time it was, that is the inauguration of Donald Trump again, and also just a week after, or a couple of weeks after, Meta announced that they were changing their policies and trying to encourage more conversation on their platform. So it was quite surprising that this was happening.
For it to happen on Inauguration Day, is it more than a coincidence?
The timing is interesting because we know that Mark Zuckerberg was at the inauguration and Meta had donated a vast sum of money to the Trump inauguration committee.
Technical problems? Oh, come on already. Look, the only problems I see is that Zuck got caught trying to censor things. All right, period.
Roman Atwood, you know the YouTuber? His mom passed away and he was having a podcast with his father. It sounds like on the podcast, he was trying to get answers out of his dad because he thinks that he his mom. Really? Yeah.
It doesn't add up in my head. She fell off a scooter.
Be clear on the scooter, because a scooter sounds like a motorcycle.
No, this was
these are the stand-up two-wheel things that like kids ride, but they had a little motor on them.
Yeah, it was like a little cruising stand-up scooter that you'd rent. Not only did she pass away when she fell, but she had a closed casket. And that just, to me, just doesn't add up.
I think the angels threw her down and made sure she was not coming back, or...
What did he say? He was trying to like make him slip up and say something wrong.
Wait,
right?
what questions was he asking?
Sue's death was not 100% unexpected.
That's how you responded, fam.
Christ comes to me and he says, I have to separate you and Sue for a little while.
I don't know how high you need to fall to have a closed casket, but off a scooter just doesn't seem high enough.
Now, she did have a terrible set of lungs. She had,
I think
she had conquered smoking.
Yes, she did.
But it had taken a toll on her.
The other weird thing was the Christmas before, she had a cough for like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And I remember Kurt coming to me, he's like, make sure, you know, you and Jess, whatever, like, you guys really take care of Sue this Christmas. And that was her last Christmas.
It's like you already knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had, after the vision,
there was some bizarre, I'm telling you, you're talking about spiritual things and things that are hard to fathom for some people. Things just don't add up properly to me. There's too many weird...
It's almost like you can see behind the scenes too well.
There's too many weird things that had to happen for her to pass the way she did. And
only God really knows for me. To be fair, this is just a conspiracy. Who knows what Roman even thinks about it?
I can't believe, did we just hear that I think the angels threw her down and made sure she didn't get up? Like, who says that, you know? Guilty.
Oh my God. They better get up or they're gonna hit the power lines. Holy oh my God. That ain't even. Oh.
Am I the only idiot who thought that was like a giant wave coming at them?
Let me tell y'all a true story. Be simple and watch this video to the end. What's going on with these mirrors? This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
So the mirror cannot see her because there's a towel. She's holding a towel.
All right.
She's staying very still, and the mirror cannot see her.
Got it.
Except her elbow right there. But how does the mirror know who's behind them?
What?
How does the mirror know who's behind the towel?
What the Shut up! Come on!
How does the mirror know who's behind the towel?
How is that even possible?
I can see a girl's face behind the towel. How does the mirror see that?
How? Shut up! It's not a game.
Weird.
Shut up! What's going on here, guys? So you're telling me if I put a towel over my mirror and somebody's next to me, they'll still be able to see who's behind that towel? Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what the hell they talking about. I don't even know if that's true. I'm gonna have to try it out for myself. Shut up! What if these mirrors are... Stop playing with me, son. I can't even say it, guys, and I'm not gonna say it. You know what time it is. Check your mirrors out. Check it. I done seen multiple videos before where people... Shut up! I can't even say it. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and you better get rid of those mirrors. What you got it for? You got a stand-up mirror? Let me guess, you got the mirror in your bathroom? You look at it while you're doing your makeup? Put something over the mirror, and I bet you that mirror will still know that you're there. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and you better get ready for what's next. But I tell you one thing. If I'm ever in the mirror and somebody tells me put a towel over it, and they tell me that, yo, I can still see you through the towel, yeah?
Let me tell you guys, if it wasn't for this creator being absolutely hysterical, this clip would have never made it in here. I find it so fascinating how people today still don't understand how light refracts and angles of observation work. Crazy. Here we are again. It's just light. It's light, people. It's just light. And 1,001 apologies to whoever has to clean up after these schmucks for putting their fingerprints all over the mirror.
We have an interesting sighting coming out of Brazil. This was captured by a witness named Jack Sill. They were driving down the road when an unidentified canine species literally came out onto the road and it stopped them in their tracks. They had to record it. This is potentially a new species that we've never seen before. The only thing that I can think of is maybe a maned wolf mixed with something, some sort of hybrid. But what is the question? Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
I don't know, guys. The only question I have is what are they putting in the water down in Brazil? All right, because that thing is freaking gnarly. Gnarly. If you guys have any ideas or comments or insight on what we just saw, throw it in the comments, guys. Y'all know what to do.
I started listening to this new podcast and it is blowing my mind. Crazy. It's called the Telepathy Tapes. She is doing this podcast based off this study that children with autism, nonverbal autism, have telepathy. What? And it's the wildest thing, dude. So she got in contact with this doctor and she's like, okay, well, I gotta study this. And so she put like her credibility on the line, right? Because it's like, that sounds a little crazy. But she did this test to where brought in hundreds of kids that were claimed to have this ability. What they would do is they would put a parent in another room and then have the child in another room. And they would show something on the screen, whether it was a number, a picture, color, then they would go and nonverbal kid would communicate on like an iPad or something what they were seeing, and they're 95% accurate. But apparently it's a phenomenon. Like a ton of autistic nonverbal kids somehow have this gift of telepathy. How is that possible?
Yeah, that's wild. My whole theory with autistic people is that they just have a more advanced brain and just don't have any idea how to control it. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever want to go down a rabbit hole, go check out that podcast. It's called the Telepathy Tapes, and I think it's on Spotify. Mind blowing, y'all.
What the f is this?
Finally, something in Anaheim happens. What the f is that? I don't know. Half customer. Oh, shit.
Now we have it. You see the light behind it, the red light?
Some people in the comments are saying it's a cloudburst. I don't know what that is, but I've been alive for 41 years and I have never in my life seen something like that. So can somebody tell me, like, what is it? It looks pretty ominous to me, okay? But maybe it's a normal thing. I need an explanation, scientific or otherwise. Please tell me in the comments. Thank you.
This is so crazy. I'm literally at a point where I truly can't tell if something's real or created artificially. But if I had to take a guess, a wild guess, I don't know, maybe cloud seeding, maybe? I don't know, guys.
So, Pensacola, Florida. A lot of people don't think that this is really happening right now, but this is the streets, the roads. This is not just snow, this is like a winter snowstorm, like a blizzard or something. And you can measure how much snow we actually got. What that say?
That was it.
4 inches. 4 inches of snow. I guess it depends on where you at, because over there it was like 7 inches of snow. Nobody's on the road, but you still got some crazy folks out here that want to drive. So this is crazy. I've never seen nothing like this. Never.
Yeah, and here I am up in New Jersey complaining that the weather's too damn cold, when in reality, we could have this same blizzard tomorrow.
Hey, you could sell your iPhone for 10 racks with your TikTok on it, but you could probably get more. Just go on eBay. You could probably get like 20 bands right now, because all those celebrities and all those content creators who deleted their TikTok after the ban, which is weird why you would even do that, because you have your data on there, you have all your photos and all that, and you can get that back. Even though they shut it down, you can always get that stuff back. So yeah, see if you can make some money for people who want to come up real quick, especially people who really need to come up. Just sell your iPhone, just delete all your stuff, make sure anything financial and all that's off your phone, and just sell it with the TikTok. So make sure you transfer everything to a new phone first so you don't lose all your stuff, but just leave the phone, the iPhone, with the TikTok and sell it like that. But yeah, just take opportunity, quick buck.
Oh, he ain't lying, guys. What's that? You don't believe him? That's cool. Head over to eBay, look at items sold, and get ready to have your mind blown.
Once again, I'll bring your attention to this. Right now, both of these things are happening simultaneously. In the top, yes, it's a brand new fire happening right now in California. The bottom is Destin, Florida, I believe the beach. So what world is it that we live in right now? And while this all goes on right now, the most random of random things, we have these sightings popping back up in New Jersey again. Again, they were gone for a few days, and it's weird because we had that invisible smog covering where I don't think we could even see. But now that it's cleared, it's very, very odd that once again, things are back in the sky. And as I quote, Susie, can we go ahead and find out what that is right now? Yeah, remember that? The fact that that's going to come out right now, supposedly, while everything else is going on, I don't know, it seems kind of weird. Not just weird, but more sightings now, this time. So now, as the stadium in Alabama collapses under the weight of snow, probably the first time ever, I wonder if we're about to collapse under the weight of the wickedness happening all around us. Goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, we got drones flying over New Jersey. Half of California is literally burning to the ground. Florida is experiencing a once-in-a-lifetime blizzard, and North Carolina was just flooded. I think it's safe to say we are long past normal, guys. We passed normal like 6 months ago. So there's that.
Can someone please tell me why China has flying cars? Bro, I just literally saw a video of people flying these cars. Not driving, flying. So why don't we have flying cars in the US? Bro, check this out. Did you just see that? What are we doing wrong?
Yeah, it's very simple. I'll tell you why we don't have that over here in the United States. Because in the last few years, any type of extra money that we had went directly to foreign aid, okay? But now that that's over and that ship has sunk, maybe, just maybe, we can actually get back to being leaders in the tech field over here in the United States. I mean, let's at least hope that we, you know?
Donald Trump is now saying that the only way out for TikTok is a 50-50 split with America. But we, as the people of TikTok, deserve a say on who is our next leader. So let me show you your options. First up, we got Elon. I mean, for starters, there's no arguing the man's intelligence. I mean, bro might already have a Neuralink, for all we know. In terms of experience, he has multiple highly successful businesses in all types of industries, including social media. But X, still a bit of work in progress. In terms of aura, I mean, if we're gonna rank this off of like someone like Obama's walk, then for Elon, gets a 0 for low taper fade, which could be the most important metric to own TikTok. He does have a political bias, which could influence company policy. And as for wealth, bro's almost half a trillionaire. That's crazy. Hey, fine, plus 10 aura points for that. Next, we ask, should we sell to Zuck? I mean, love him or hate him, he's a smart guy. And still to this day, unlike other companies the size of Meta, he retains 100% decision-making control for the company. He has over 3 billion people using his apps, so TikTok would likely be in safe hands, but that doesn't make up for the lack of aura. In fact, he's notoriously aura-free, -1. His low taper fade is down horrendous. His bias is whoever's in office at the time, and he's the 4th richest person in the entire world. So bro could easily make an offer that ByteDance would be happy with. Next, we have the first person to actually put in an offer to try and buy and save TikTok, Kevin O'Leary. He's founded and sold multiple companies, and is a highly successful, old-school businessman, which might be what we need. His experience with social media, definitely lacking. But considering the type of businessman he is, he'll probably just put the right people in place to run it. Measuring aura it's not a scientific endeavor. It's more, when you see it, you know it. And for Kevin here, I don't feel moved. I think he actually gets a good 10 points for his reverse low taper fade. In terms of bias, he's middle right, but that does seem to be more on economic matters rather than social issues. And as for wealth, actually surprisingly lower than you would expect. And then we've got to talk about Mr. Beast. I mean, starting with, if there's anyone that we're going to call a social media genius, it would be him. As for experience, he is only 26 and he's never been in charge of an actual social media platform. But then on the other hand, he's got almost 500 million followers. If there's anyone that will know what users and creators want on TikTok, it'll be him. His aura, I mean, again, vibe-based thing, doesn't have the Obama walk. And while we still don't see a low taper fade, it's the best of our options, so 1 point. He doesn't seem to have any political bias. And while bro is definitely not like app buying rich like Zuck or Elon, he did say that he's gonna get help from other billionaires. That also makes us less confident that he can put in an offer that's gonna sweep ByteDance off their little feet. So there are your options. So who do you choose to be TikTok's next supreme leader?
Yeah, I'm sorry guys. Mr. Beast as CEO of TikTok would be freaking amazing.
Damn. Oh. Oh. Oh.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is how you park a car in style. That's all I got this week, guys. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Smash that like and subscribe button, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace.